name's Josh Gibson. I'm the athletic director, head football coach at Pleasant Grove High School here in Texarkana. And we are super blessed to have this facility completed. It's really finishing up right now. They completed it in May, but they're working on the elevator today and touching up a few things. And one thing that was really important to us is to build a facility that we can change kids' lives in. So right when we walk through the door here, there's a Bible that's in the foundation and the cement that we laid there. And then we laid one in our varsity locker room so that everything that we do with our kids, you know, grows them for the right reasons and honors the Lord. And we're going to fall short in a lot of areas, but that's what we're here for, is to grow and build relationships and give them things that last. So I think that's a really important feature of this facility. All right, so coming in, we're still finishing a little construction here, but our lobby is small and tight, and it was designed to be that way. So most of the rest of this facility is really big and open. But when you come in, I think the logos that you see with like the hawk head and hawks coming down in PG, we tried to hit all the different logos that we have and do it in a collegiate style, so it's not just wallpaper wall art. And this wall right here, they haven't got to this part yet, but we're gonna have a 2017-18 with big letters and numbers, and then the trophies for 2017, 18, and 19 when we went to state to honor those teams. So for a high school training room, this place is next level, definitely next level on space and what we can do in here to rehab. There will be classes in here with our sports medicine kids. So we have about 25 student trainers, which is a really big program to take care of our student athletes. But taping tables with logos in them, elevated ones that go up and down, tons of storage. And then our trainer has her office over here, Miss Bridges, which is pretty cool, glassed in to look out. And then this feature here was big time for us because we found a hot tub that would go down to 38 degrees where the kids could also use it as a cold tub and drop those down in there. And then when we want a hot tub and relax, there's a speaker system in that, tons of LED lights, and just a really cool feature as opposed to just stainless steel whirl tubs. So that's a cool feature in here as well. When we come into the facility with our players and they come out of the locker room, we had an extra office space that we decided we didn't need, and we wanted to have like a little players lounge. So we put in this little office space, we put in 2 massage chairs, went with some old school arcade video game systems, have a PlayStation up here with 2 gaming chairs, a play seat, race car thing, and this thing's legit. It's pretty awesome. And then our guys relax in here too. So all of our athletes will use it at some point. It's just, this is built for guys that go above and beyond and serve, because that's what we're trying to get kids to do. And we're going to reward them when they do that. And this is a pretty sweet room to do that in. I'm going to get it to where it thumps for y'all.
Right there, huh?
Pretty cool, huh? I mean, we've bought a few of these speakers before, but that is definitely the best one by JBL. So pretty sweet pickup. All right, so this is our locker room. And we don't have all of our graphics in it yet, but our lockers are sweet, customized with hawk heads and our PG logo. We've got a sitting area for the varsity dudes and then LED lights underneath. The cool thing on these lockers that were made by RFS is the kids can put in their custom locker code and whatever they want it to be. And then inside, they can charge their cell phones, and there's 2 power ports for them to hook up whatever they need to. So if they have an iPad for class or something, or a laptop, they can lock that up and charge it in these lockers. These guys have hydraulic seats on them, and they're just next level. So for a high school locker, this is about as good as it gets. This has a living room furniture that's actually coming in next week. So there's a big long sofa, 2 love seats, and a coffee table. And then we have the 2 pub tables coming in with it. So you have higher seating that can see over this. And it could be a VIP room during a football game and go out on the balcony and kind of watch it. On this big screen right here, whatever's on the Jumbotron can also be connected here. And they could watch the game, live and then check it on the TV as well. All right. From the kind of this VIP lounge, we go into this room right here is a multifunctional room, but for us on the daily, it'll be used to feed our kids. We have tables and chairs in that storage closet that I'll show you in a minute that will set up for 180 people. We can feed up to 180 athletes. We can also use this room for banquets for different sports. So any sport can come in here and have a banquet. We could have staff meetings for our teachers in here, professional development. And if you picture a night where they're having a banquet and putting kids' pictures up and memories and highlight reels on these 2 monitors, there's 18 surround sound speakers in here and 2 subwoofers that you can play music on, that you can mic up to, and a football field behind that's hitting with LED lights. And when we get to my office, we'll actually look out at the new turf setup out there. So our secretary's office is up here, and she looks over the ledge down and sees everything that's going on. And she also has a view to our new softball, baseball, and soccer and football field and track complex that's being built. It'll be completed in December, but there's been a huge investment made out there. As you pass her, you enter the assistant coach's office. There are room for 20 coaches in this office. And probably the coolest thing about the setup and the intentionality behind it were that when middle school coaches come over and serve with us, they have their own home. So if you look at this desk right here, Isaiah Stigger, he's a middle school coach that serves a bunch with us, and he comes over and he has his own spot to sit with the varsity coaches and kind of fill as one. And then we can go 18 seats around this table. Defensive side's over there, offensive side's over here. Best athlete coach right here, this guy, TJ Cole. He's also, when I showed you all the room earlier, the massage chair room, TJ's probably gonna log the most minutes in there, right? So for a coach's locker room, pretty good setup. There are 16 lockers in here for the coaches, and then there's a couple lockers in my office and stuff, but they've got their home. They've got a place to keep all their gear, and then obviously refresh and shower up in here, because coaches live up at this facility a lot. And with the eating area that we have, the massage chairs, the video games, and then the theater room that we'll show at the end, that some of them have asked, can they just live up here and not pay rent at the apartment? So that's under consideration at this time. All right, so this is the head coach's suite, and this is a really awesome setup in here. The coolest thing is having a living room style setup to be able to visit with families. We've had a lot of college coaches that have come through, and they've sat and visited with our athletes, and just to be able for kids to come in and take a load off and enjoy it and kind of make it more home style. This is a really neat suite. Has a balcony off the front of it, which we'll use the same way as we do the other one, and set up furniture out here and give kids an opportunity to have a lunch on good weather days and just chill and visit. And we go out here right now, we'll look at the new field setup. But this thing was next level, and it's got a Brock pad under it that provides cushioning and a little bit better for injury prevention, concussions and all that good stuff. And then we've got 60 extra yards wide and 25 yards deep for O-line, D-line, and like specialists when we're using the jugs machines for kickoffs and punts. That's a game changer, not to be on top of each other on the football field. So pretty sweet there as well. All right, we're about to roll into the media room, and as humbly as I can say this, if you find me a nicer high school media room in the nation, I want to know where it's at. It seats 128, but the difference on this facility right here is the LED big screen that we have. It's not a drop down. It is next level, and it's 16 feet wide by 9 foot tall, so it's almost floor to ceiling, and it is really, really cool. We try to set ourselves apart where this thing is not just about winning games or championships, to give kids an experience here that's unforgettable, to build relationships with them that'll last forever. Our 4 pillars that set our foundation for our program is 1, relationships. We want to have a father-son relationship and a brotherhood here where kids want to do stuff for each other. And the second one is growth. And that's what the education business is about. It's growing students, but it's also growing people, growing facilities. We're looking at those. We've been constantly growing our area and the things for all of our sports since we've been here. But it's growing our bodies in a weight room. So we've enhanced our weight rooms. We do a nutrition program and try to have a holistic growth approach as we can. The way we do things, we want our kids to feel like we do it different. So belief is huge. And the fact that, like, this week was our first week of strength and conditioning, and we have 105 high school athletes and didn't have a kid not accounted. So that builds the belief. And then the last one is we do it through a disciplined approach, but we don't do it through a dictatorship deal. We do it through that relational pull. There's 10 guaranteed Friday nights that we get to experience a year. So if it's about winning football games, you can turn that into 16 days, but the culture's 365, and culture's something that hopefully you're instilling in a human being, and then it changes the way that they lead their families, the way that they go to college and impact others around them and use their platform to impact others. And then the way that they do life afterward means everything to me, because it's not just a job for us. It's woven into the fabric of our lives, and the people are the most important thing here, and they're the most special thing about PG. It's always going to be our people. Our coaches and kids are awesome, and they're my best friends, and they're the people I'm closest with. But it's also, it allows us to do what our purpose is, and that's grow kids. And out here in East Texas, we get to do it right, and we get to grow them for the Lord. And you get down in the trenches with guys and get through their struggles and do life with them and all the celebrations and stuff. But this is a very awesome place to be. And for me, my son just graduated this year. It's the only school I would have wanted to raise him at. And it's because it's so special because of the people.